stories and in your speeches as well. All right, so who's next? Let's bring up Henrik. What do you want the audience to think, feel, or do differently as a result of experiencing you?
I want them to be more mindful and slow down.
Be more mindful and slow down a bit. Okay? You'll see in my next session, if you do come, that you want to always have a foundational phrase that's fewer than 10 words that people walk away with. We'll talk about that next. You can't hear him?
It's on. It's on.
All
It's
right.
on. I can hear myself from above, so...
Too bad you're not talking to you. So you can't hear him back there? Okay, well, you know what? Let's share this. Let's share this. Put this on.
It's working fine. Keep it near his mouth.
All right. Well, we're going to make it better by letting him hold that one.
Do you hear me better now? Back there?
Is that good? All right.
Oh, it's better for me too.
How about me? All right. So, give a hand to Henrik.
Do you ever get frustrated in traffic? If you are anything like me, the answer is yes. I can't even begin to count the ways traffic can make me go ballistic. Oh, hold on, I'm going to correct that. It used to make me go ballistic. Because I have found a way of finding mindfulness in everyday life. Mindfulness in everyday life. Why would you want that? One word. Happiness. Happiness through mindfulness. Okay, that's more than one word. But, as the great W.P. Kinsella said, success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. So how do I find happiness in my everyday life? How do I find the mindfulness? I have found a way that every time I come to a traffic light and it turns red, I have to stop. It used to frustrate me. Now instead, I see that as an opportunity to feel mindful and experience the here and now. As long as the light is red, I take a few deep breaths, I experience the world around me, and when the light turns green, I can move forward. I can move on with a smile in my heart, looking forward to the next red light. That is why you need to find mindfulness in everyday life. Mr. Valentine.
Found mindfulness. All right. And my microphone. Okay, so great job, right? Let's take it to the next level. When Henrik asked his first question, do you ever find yourself what?
Frustrated traffic.
Frustrated in traffic. What could he have done right after he asked that question?
Pause.
You got to pause. You got to let people answer. As Bill Gove, the first president of the National Speakers Association, said, speaking is a dialogue, not a monologue. It's a dialogue. In other words, even if it's a rhetorical question, give them time to answer it. You gave them some time, but not enough. And it's actually a funny question. Or you could even switch the question and say, raise your hand if you never get bothered in traffic. Raise your hand if you lie a lot.
I believe Mary.
And use this mic as you're talking.
I believe you, Mary.
So now watch this. When you ask a question, you got to figure out how long do you think it will take for people to answer this question and reflect on this question before you continue with your speech. Here's something Darren LaCroix likes to do, and I'm getting this from him. Let's say I'm talking to Judy. Let's hand that to Judy. And I say, Judy, tell me about your favorite childhood memory. Tell me about your favorite childhood memory. Well, that's great, Judy. We're glad to hear that. Right? We don't have enough time. We got to give people time to answer. If I was to ask a question like that on stage, I need to pause at least 10, 15 seconds. But what we do is we ask the question, the audience is about to answer it, and we just keep on talking. All right? How do you feel?
Speechless.
You know you don't have time to answer. All right, let's keep moving on. So pause. Now, if you ask a yes or no question, chances are you don't have to pause as long as if you ask a question making people reflect, like I did with Judy. All right, now here's where I think your speech can be restructured. You told us that the cure for what he had, getting upset and everything, was mindfulness. This came in like the third sentence of the speech. You can't give the cure until the audience is sick. You understand what I'm saying here? Let's bother the audience. Let's agitate the audience. You ever feel bad in traffic? You ever feel like you just want to say something to the person who cut you off? You ever feel like you want to give them a gesture? You ever feel like, in other words, get them to feel it before you say, well, there's a solution to it. And then what you can do, this is what I call the then, now, and how approach. You tell life about where you were then. It frustrated me. It was terrible. It was this and that. Then, instead of telling them the solution, watch this. You fast forward over the solution and talk about where you are now. So watch. It had bothered me. I just couldn't stand it. But today, things are different. Today, when I get cut off in traffic, I thank the person who cut me off. Because chances are I was going the wrong way in life. But anyway, you talk about how wonderful it feels no matter what kind of situation you're in. So what do you think the audience is thinking?
How did you get there?
Yeah, how did you get there? What was the bridge between then and now? And I'm going to tell you a secret. If you set up the story really well, where there's a bad then and there's a good now, the audience will buy into the bridge. Whatever that bridge is, the audience will buy into that bridge. In other words, Henrik, what you're doing is you're making them curious.
Yes.
If you're going to be an excellent speaker, you have to be an excellent tease. If you're going to be an excellent speaker, you have to be an excellent tease. So you tell the then, the now, and then they will buy the how. All right. Anybody have any thoughts for Henrik? Very good. Give him a hand. One more. Come on up.